Louisville's B96.5.
A rather significant amount of marijuana. Remind you of another rapper that got busted recently for weapons and drug charges? Lil Wayne. And see, I was talking to my son over the weekend. He's 9, listens to a lot of rap, listens to hip-hop. And with me not being the non-custodial parent, I have to, kind of balance things as best I can for him whenever he's with me, which is quite often. And so we talked about Lil Wayne because he is a Lil Wayne fan, and I talked about how, Wayne used very bad judgment in his arrest. No, basically I wasn't even that nice. I just basically said that Wayne was stupid. Because here he is, this guy's got the opportunity to make a whole lot of money legitimately with talent, which is subjective, but yet he chooses to want to live the thug life. Young Berg, same thing. Talented kid, but wants to choose to live the thug life. And it seems like a good percentage of today's rappers want to live the thug life. Well, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you've heard me use this phrase rather frequently as of late, that a lot of these clowns are telling gangster fairy tales. They want to glorify the thugism. What is there to be glorified about being a thug? See, that on the socio-economic ladder of most societies, thugism is somewhere near the bottom of, like, near the crap on the bottom of somebody's shoe. And so I'm discussing this with my son. We start with the whole thing because, the whole sagging phenomenon and the whole thing. He's 9, he gets influenced by that kind of stuff. So I have to fight that. So I give him the origins of sagging, how, they used to make male slaves wear their pants down low, so it'd be harder for them to escape. And then how it evolved to the prison systems and that whole thing. And I pointed out an analogy that a listener gave me last week when we were talking about this. She said, write the word sagging, S-A-G-G-I-N, and then spell it backwards. Okay? Do that. That's your homework assignment, okay? And so we talked about that. So I've got him convinced that sagging is not the thing to do. It's not cool. It's not popular. Why would you want to run around with your underwear showing? Okay? And, in our discussion about hip-hop, and this is something that I want you to think about, when you see some of these rappers that are getting into trouble because they're not smart enough to leave thuggish ways behind. Why is it, we're facing the most important election in about 40 or 50 years that you're not really hearing from a whole lot of the rap community? Why? Because these thugs, wannabe thugs, have no credibility. Who wants to listen to somebody that embraces a criminal lifestyle? I certainly don't. My son certainly doesn't. What have you, being a thug, have to say that I'm going to deem worthy of listening to? Not a whole lot. I mean, yeah, you're an entertainer. You make music my kid likes. But that's all you're worth as far as me being a consumer. But you want to glamorize this lifestyle, and you want to glamorize this whole pattern of behavior that, frankly, I'm not going to let you be an influence to my son. I can't do it. Not being somebody that is probably a little more educated, probably a little more well-rounded. Maybe I'm not making the money that you, the thug rapper, is making, but my son is going to listen to me before he listens to you. And I hope that your children will listen to you before they listen to some thug. Like I said, we'll play the music because it's what you want to hear. And to be sure, these guys, these women have talent. But it's the rest of the game they got twisted. And when you see that, that's what you got to protect your kids from. The rest of the game, the garbage, the toro poo-poo, if you will, of what the industry is trying to sling. Buy the records if you like them. We'll continue to play them because you like them. But when the toro poo-poo hits the fan, we're definitely going to tell you about it. Because I'm a parent, you're a parent, you got to fight that stuff, and that's how I fight it with my son. So, Wayne, Berg, any one of you that get these arrests and just can't use good judgment, is just too stupid to leave thuggish ways behind, or you're trying to perpetrate some image, Rick Ross. Yeah, I'm calling folks out. I'm sorry. Trust me, 90% of this stuff, these stories that you're hearing are fake. They're fraudulent. They're fairy tales. Don't believe the hype. If you like the music, that's cool. But consider it. It's just music. It ain't real. All right? That's what I told my son. And he took it to heart. Hopefully you'll take it to heart. It's B96.5.
Blazing hip-hop and R&B.
And home of the Russ Plum Morning Show, baby.
B96.5.